When was the last time I filmed a makeup video? It's been a while, right? Well, we'll do that today. Hi, how are you? My name is Eleanna. I hope you've been well. Welcome to this channel. We do makeup. Sometimes. I've been very inconsistent with my uploads because I have been working. But, wild turn of events, I hurt my back, I'm here for the week. So let's film. Quite a while ago, I mentioned in one of my videos that I want to make looks with palettes that I already have. Because when I was learning, it was difficult for me to learn multiple looks with one palette because people were doing one look, moving on to the next palette. But I didn't want to do that, and that I wanted to make sure if you have a palette, we can get the most out of it as possible. We're using the Gemini palette today, the green section. So the last time we used this palette, it was the yellows, the oranges, and this side. Today's the other side. Greens and shit. So, we're going to do a very green look, which I'm kind of excited about because every time I use green colors, my eyes pop. By the way, I dyed my hair again. I feel like I dye my hair so frequently that all of my videos have different hair in them. So let's get started with this one. I don't even know where to begin. I want to do a classic eye because that's what suits my eye shape the most, but like fun. Okay, I'm going to use my Zoeva fluffy, I don't even know what this is called, this brush, but I'm going to use it with Luna just to kind of test out because I haven't used this palette in a while. I'm used to using a new one that I bought that's just muted neutrals. Yep, up there is fine, up here is fine. You probably can't see what I just did, but I saw it and it's great. Just to kind of outline where I'm going to put the darker colors. I don't want to make any mistakes. I actually have to be somewhere later, so. In that case, with the same brush, I'll go in with Cupcake. Just by blotting it. I'm not going to swipe it because it's too much color. And I'm mapping out where this is going to go. I am going to exaggerate it a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean possibly extremely. Because on my actual eyelid, I want greens. So above my eyelid, on my eyebrow bone, and in here, what's this inside part called? Whatever this inside part is called. And out this way, I'm gonna have Cupcake. I know what I'm doing, I'm a professional. Something I do miss, fun makeup, colorful makeup that brings out the eyes. I miss it so much. Because with work, even though we're backstage, behind the scenes, overnight hours, nobody really sees us. It's not required, it's not necessary to wear makeup because it's a lot of heavy work, it's a lot of work. So I never do it. I always do very neutral makeup, it's more of a meditation for me than it is trying to look a certain way. And I just miss doing fun makeup, you know? Alright, so what I'm going to do, because I've taken it out as far as it can go out without the bottom lash line, I'm going to take from that corner that I'm trying to build up, that edge that I'm trying to build up, underneath the eye. Woo! It's alright, I didn't need to see. Take it carefully underneath the eye. I forgot how big this brush was. I'm so used to using the pencil one. And I'm going to try and cover that initial bag, if you can see it, and you won't be able to see it yet. I'll go in later with a more refined pencil brush. I'm just kind of mapping it out now. If you can hear my roommate, sorry, there's not really much I can do. Alright, so we're going to do the same on the other side, probably a little more confidently because I've already done it on my good side. How bad can the bad side get, really? And it's just going to be up here because I do want color. I do want color up in my brow bone, and I want it to show that it's bigger on the eyes, but I'm not going to be putting any green up here. Especially because I'm using shimmers, it's going to look shapeless if I end up using them up there. And I want to see how well this looks, actually. I have like a vision of it, of how I want it to look, and I want to see if it turns out. Because if it turns out, then I'll rest happy. Again, the application of this color is very sloppy, and it's a big brush. I'm not doing it to be precise. The precision comes in later. Something I'm working on. And after I've blended out the majority of the color with whatever's left on the brush, I don't really see a problem in blotting it in because you are going to blend this out to whatever colors you end up using. It's going to blend back out into this brown. I'm going to make this part down here a bit darker. And I will be blending it out more later. I just don't want to forget that it's going to be hella dark. Does that match? So the color Goalz in this palette, this is our main attraction, and I want this to be big and dramatic and, you know, all the fun stuff. Except I can't find my big flat brush, so I'm going to have to use this tiny little itty bitty baby one. Okay. Look how green and pretty. I wish this brush was bigger. You know what's interesting about this color? And I feel like all shimmers are like this, but I'm not really a shimmer using person, so this is fun for me now. When it's in the light, it's bright and lime green, and when it's not in the light, it's like the moss green that my dress is. What time is it? Okay, I still got time. What I'm gonna do actually, before I continue, I wanna see if, and this is a big if, where are my brushes? All right, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna use Leo, and I'm gonna just tap that, sorry, I'm not even in frame. I'm gonna just tap Leo here on the inner half of this eye. And on top of Leo, should I blend it or should I just, I'll blend it. I'll blend it with this brush and just little swipey motions just so it has somewhere to go. And I wanna see what it looks like if we put on Goalz again on top of Leo, knowing that Leo is its darker base. I'll bring that underneath here as well, because I've already used it. I may as well use it everywhere. On that outside. But with this, I'm not going to take it out as far as I took the brown. I'm just going to take it to where the bone sort of starts. And this is more rounded into the brow bone. I'll blend that more out later. I just want to see something. We've got, yep. Is that darker or no? It doesn't matter if it isn't, I guess, because there's not really much I can do about it now, but... Where is that floofy brush? Here. In an attempt to make this seem, I don't know. I'm going to take Cupcake again into this inner eye part and try and blend that out. Also, what I might do I want to do this? No, just a rough blend. With this, however, whatever's left with Leo, just to kind of put in some darkness here. So it sort of looks like a cut crease, but we know it isn't because I have a semi-hooded eye. And let's say that I've applied Leo, because I think I did, under here. So it just gives that extra twinge of green. But then the rest of it, I'm going to go in with Goalz again. Sorry, I keep going out of frame. My palette is in a very weird place. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. Because I am trying to exaggerate it as well. Remember, I'm trying to make it seem bigger than what it is. I'll go back in later and I'll fix that. And with my dense pencil brush and that color Leo again, I will... Is the word define? It's both defining the edges and blending into that brown, because they are both matte, they are both dark. And it will create more of a shape. So I do want to see how that turns out. And I'm going to connect it here. I don't mind going over the shimmery with the dark. Even if it doesn't initially look darker, it will in specific lighting, so that's okay by me. I am also going to do a winged liner, so it's fine. I think for now, let me just try in a little more Cupcake. Just because I have this thing where I need to add more darkness to a look. So on the other eye, because this is all trial and error, remember, I'm going to go bigger and badder with this under eye blend and the over eye blend, actually. Bigger and badder. Alright, what did I do again? I used this brush. No, I didn't. this brush. All right, Leo, my friend, we're going back in. It actually looks better with it over the top, if I'm honest. Where's that other brush? Just to darken up that end again. I forgot about it, my bad. But it looks better with Leo over the top. So sometimes our accidents are good ones. Happy accidents, baby. Okay. Yeah, I like this a lot better. Look at me, forgetting how to do my job, being really creative instead. Take Goalz again, sparkle up that under eye. And because we accidentally did a thing and it worked out in our favor, I'm gonna do that again in a second. Remember, I have to fix my eyeballs. With residue from Cupcake on that other brush, I'm just gonna darken this inner part as well, just to blend that in a little more. Yeah. In this Gemini palette, I don't have an inner brow highlight. So what I might do... Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a highlight from another palette. The Natural Nudes. Born This Way, The Natural Nudes. This is that palette. And I think I'm gonna go between this shimmer here and this one somewhere here. Just to... Because they're not really shimmers. They're not really like this green, for instance, how it pops. It's just kind of sparkles. The little sparkles are in these colors. So I'm just gonna use these. Yeah, a mix of them. Mostly Glistening Snow, which is the lighter one. And a little bit of Shimmering Pearl, which is the more yellow one. Just a little touch of it, because, you know why. Don't pretend like you don't. But also, if you don't, tell me so we can talk about it another day. Alrighty, so KBD tattoo liner. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Is it gonna rain? Alright, listen. If I ended up cutting all that out, don't be mad. Can you hear the rain? To finish this look, I'm going to find my little angled brush, my smallest, babiest angle brush, tap into Bonnie, and I'm gonna do this because I want to bring out, like, how do I explain this? My eyes are very high on my face, and I typically like to bring them down closer to the center. I've mentioned this before somewhere, but in case you're new and you don't know this, I do this. I like to bring them down, and by doing that, like, by adding darkness on the lower lash line, let me just show you. I feel like it opens up my eye a little more. That little exaggeration of that eye bag, I think it's so cute. Don't ask me why. I don't know how to explain it. But I feel like it does. It opens my eye. It hides the initial eye baggie. I don't put it up here. Like, I might just do a residue tap, but I usually don't put it up there because I have the semi-hood. I have the hooded eye, right? So it's gonna hide it anyway. But when I dramatize the lower lash, that's your focus. So you don't notice if the top is a bit off because the bottom is what gets you. I don't know how to explain it. I am going to line my inner waterline and the inner upper waterline, whatever the crap that's called. I still haven't figured it out. With the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil. Been using this for months, have no idea what it's called. I'm gonna wear lashes today as well. You know what's fun? I'm going for beers and wings. I'm not going out right now. I'm just... Better Than Sex, mascara, Too Faced. I'm using a lot of Too Faced products today. The way that I set my makeup, if you haven't seen it before, I do apply a setting spray. It used to be the Urban Decay All Nighter, but now I have a new friend. This friend is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I've only had this for a short time, so I don't really know what it's called. So let me just When this dries, like it looks all wet and stuff now and dewy, it dries matte, which the Urban Decay setting spray didn't. I didn't try the matte one, so the matte one probably does, but I always had the normal one and it didn't. This does. And once it dries, I go over it again with the Laura Mercier double finish, whatever it's called, powder. Not entirely like I did when I put on my foundation, but I just blot where I need to, you know, the desperate zones, the T-zones. Up here, just blotting on the nose. Oh, I forgot to do like a nose highlight. That's fine. Under here, we made it. We're finally here. It took a lot less time than I thought it would. Anyway, this is the final look. I'm so excited because I haven't been able to play with colors. I've been just doing neutral looks and casual looks for work. And they're not even looks. It's just so I can, it's my meditation for the morning. It always looks very boring. And I miss using colors. So this has been fun. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had fun with this look. I had fun with this look. I hope you learned something. I hope I didn't just talk shit the whole time and you actually learned something valuable. If not, stay tuned for more valuable content. Anyway, I'm gonna go clean up, get ready, and head out to my very eccentric work beers. If you liked this video, please leave it a like. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Bye.